Hey, what's up guys, Nils here and welcome back to another video. So with the update dropping tomorrow, I would actually take this video out to talk a little bit about the problems that the game has and what needs to be fixed and what hopefully we will get to see changed in the coming update. So this is a bunch of lists that I think is like the core problems of the game that most of them need a vast rework when it comes to like the way they work. But anyway, so we're gonna start out with the thing that I have been talking about literally forever, and that is pets. So look at my inventory right now. Yeah, what do you see? I currently have 14 darkness pets, right? Is that cool? That is pretty cool. Now, do I use these pets? I don't, and I can't use them because the way that the game is structured, it is literally impossible for me to sacrifice 10 pieces, or obviously less, right? Nobody said you have to do 10, you're forced to do 10. I could try and do less. Now, how would it play out? I would most likely just lose my pets and I would get nothing. So anyway, the whole pets thing needs some slight balancing. Like, it's kind of a disgrace to like look at all those pets and not being used, right? Considering that most players cannot even like get them, or maybe they have like one or two, right? Now, I've said plenty of times before, this thing right here, absolute no reason to be 10. This is a huge mistake. This should be 5, just like rainbows. That would make sense. And trust me guys, it would make a huge difference. Not to say that you would make a rainbow pet, right? But you would make shiny pets and that would make a huge difference. Like at the end of the day, it's not even about like the stats and everything, like numbers, how much power you get and whatnot. It just beats the purpose of the game, right? What is the purpose of the game if you cannot even make a shiny secret pet every update? Especially with the way that this game works as opposed to anime fighters, for example, where you basically just replace everything at the start of every update because of the power scaling and the scaling in this game. Like, what's the point of not being able to make like shiny secrets or celestial secrets, right? Now, this is where luck relics come into play. I have been talking about luck relics since I believe back in December. Like, luck relics need to be added into the game. Like, eventually the game just evolves, to the point where that's what it comes down to, and it only makes sense, that people like start to try and make like shinies and even celestials at some point, like secrets. It just has to happen. It just naturally has to happen. It's crazy how hard it is to get the pets, and that like you're gonna keep them only a single update, and you cannot even like turn them into shinies and celestials. They need to add luck relics that are super good. They need to add more baseline luck. They need to add all of that stuff. Like, that would dramatically increase the way the game is played. Next up, since we spoke about luck relics, relics. Now again, the game is pretty fast-paced. As I said, we change our stuff every single update, and when it comes to relics, we even change our relics twice in a single update. Now, that doesn't really go on par with the speed and the pace that you actually level up your relics. So, previous update, guys, I didn't really try all that much to like farm trials at all. I wasn't really bothered much, and I kept the Supreme Stone, which is a mythical relic, power relic, for like 3 weeks or something, and I simply just couldn't replace it, even though I had like better baseline relics, because I couldn't just get anything better, like without having to level it, and quite a lot, not just like level it to 5 or 10 level. I would have to level it at least like 17 or 18, and that just wasn't worth my books. Like, relic leveling should be a lot easier to kind of be on par with your ability to like switch out your relics as often as we switch them out. And I said a little bit about vibrant shards usage for them, but apparently you're going to be using vibrant shards for pet enchants now, so that's not a thing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they can like die away, which I will come back into this later with the last thing that I want to say, because I kind of wrote down what I wanted to say. But yeah, so leave it here and we'll be right back to that. Relic leveling system needs to be immensely buffed. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on, weapon enchants. Enchants as the enchanting machine is garbage. Nobody uses that. Nobody knows that. Everybody knows that the best way to farm enchants is through magic drops, game pass. Now, free-to-play players, I feel sorry for you. You can't do that. You can only do that during Blood Moon. So technically you still can, but on a much lesser degree. And you probably have to sacrifice like whatever you want to kill like weak mobs to try and get them. But still, enchanting for the machine is completely unrewarding. It's also a waste of time because you're kind of stuck there. I mean, you can leave, right? Because the UI doesn't close, but you can't really do all that much with that thing in the middle of your screen. You can just probably AFK killing something. That's something that you can do, but still, enchants feel really bad. They need a vast rework. It's crazy how anything below God 3 is uber trash. It's literally just trash. It's not even comparable. And yeah, enchants need a vast rework. Now, next up, something that involves Roblox Battle Pass. It is an absolute disgrace that you need Robux to reset a Battle Pass which you already paid 300 plus Robux at the minimum, assuming you didn't buy Premium Plus, which also, by the way, is only a 2-week lifetime Battle Pass, which I don't mind. I would like a cheaper Battle Pass the last 2 weeks than something more expensive that lasts a lot longer. But the Battle Pass itself is pretty bad. And on top of that, you're asking people Robux to reset that. And you lock items like Heart Mag behind the Battle Pass. So what can a free-to-play do? Is he gonna get just like 3 relic chests and that's it? Because he can't reset his Battle Pass anymore? That is absolute bullshit. It needs to go. It just needs to go. Next up, we have weapon crafting. Haha. Did you seriously think I was not gonna talk about that bullshit as well? Now, this current update, as stated as well in the game's current name on the Roblox website, Craft is the big system that was introduced this update. Did anybody see it? Maybe 10 people. I will make this hammer tomorrow in a video. And trust me, I've invested a lot of resources to get these freaking stones and a lot of time into them. But yeah, did anybody see them? As I said, maybe 5-10 people. Did anybody hear about them? No. Are they even good? No, they're trash. You make a weapon that takes at least 10 days of farming to be crafted, and that weapon is 50% as strong as his secret. This thing was supposed to be a lot more accessible, all of these stones, to people who are starting the game out and they're trying to get stronger. And it should be a stepping stone from transitioning to killing mobs and killing the boss to transitioning to Darkness and Blood Moon. Now, on the Darkness and Blood Moon part and weapons, this is a huge mistake that they pretty much just completely gutted the Darkness. Like earlier on, you would make the argument that you wanted to like do Darkness, but since Darkness doesn't drop mythical weapon for whatever the reason, it's just not worth it. Like you see here, Stormbringer does actually drop mythical. This update, I did go for electric edges before I started going for gambits, right? Because I could still farm mythicals. Now, after that, they just decided to remove the mythicals from the Darkness secrets. You see here Haunted Witch and Haunted Reaper. They just removed mythicals for the past 2 updates for no reason. So nobody, literally nobody, is farming the Darkness bosses. Darkness, everybody just opens. Like nobody's killing Darkness bosses. Very bad design. And back to the main point of this, the stones. The stones should drop anytime. They should drop during daytime, they should drop during nighttime, they should drop during Blood Moon. And I mean, sure, if they drop during day, maybe the drop rate is fine. I would suggest it, I would understand it, but if they only drop during the events with that drop rate and for how good the weapons are, I don't know. Like, sometimes you see stuff and you're like, did they actually test it out? And not even did they test it out, like, did they think this out through even? You make something that nobody can make, like, as I said, maybe 20 people have made this weapon, this entire update. Okay, maybe it's not 20, yeah, maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe it's a little bit more, but you get the point, yeah? It's sub 1% of the player base that has made this weapon, and it's completely useless. And then you brand this as the main feature of your update. Like, bro, you are out of your mind. I don't even know what to say. Now, lastly, if you guys remember earlier, I spoke about a little bit of how you can actually bring the relic thing into the game or something. Like raids. Raids is another part of the game that is a dead content, and to an extent they are dead content because ancients suck. But what if you also like added a currency or something that made raids worth playing, like relic XP or something, like something that you can feed into your relics that gives you experience points? That would be pretty cool. Now I know that the raids give Stardust, but the Stardust from the raids is really not worth it. Now Stardust, I don't know, you could make the case that you could buff it a little bit more. I really want to see how the whole pet engines thing is gonna play out tomorrow in the update before I say anything, but I would say that Stardust is fine. It's a very slow and painful process, but it's something that you can AFK. I've made a video on Stardust in the past. If you want to just go to Polar Tundra, that is the best way to farm Stardust. And yep, I think that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure that eventually I'll think about something else as well. I just like try to think through the top of my head now, and I will try to like see what I thought about. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know down below in the comments what else you guys don't, or rather, yeah, you just don't like about the game. What do you feel like needs to be changed? Now, I'm not a free-to-play, so I don't know how it feels like free-to-play. I did play free-to-play at the beginning of the game, and I knew it was like eventually it was very hard. I don't know how endgame feels as a free-to-play, so maybe free-to-plays can express their opinion. I assume it's painful and they don't have anything good to say, but you know, it's Roblox. Free-to-play life do be like that. But anyway, guys, that was pretty much it for this video. As always, if you have enjoyed, make sure to click the like and subscribe button down below, and see you guys all on the next one. Take care.